We don't have any loans. We got 400 ducats in the bank. We could probably use a fort in grain just to prevent the AI from annoying me in Basra. Actually, this is defensive terrain, so we'll probably build it in Basra. Syria has slightly high liberty desire. Pay off his loans. So Syria has a fair bit here. This is our primary trade port, so collecting from trade is suddenly much better because, well, we're receiving a lot of trade power from him. 90 trade power from Syria. That's why our income suddenly went up. So Ottomans still kind of want that land, but we have 70 trust, and I think we're going to be okay. Let's keep topping off relations with Syria. That's actually all of Syria's cores returned, except for this, which is owned by another subject. So we could already try to integrate Syria. And we can do that in 1517. We really need to get started on a war with the Timurids. We have no truce with Mazarandan, and he is allied to Shirvan. Kara has not fabricated a claim on Shirvan, but we have no issues with aggressive expansion, so yeah, I think we're going to do this. Oh, Shirvan won't even defend him. Awesome. Somehow, Shirvan with one province is like hundreds of ducats in debt. It's kind of funny. Yeah, we're completely out of manpower, but we can definitely start doing some more mercs. Sorry, more artillery. That's another way to conserve manpower. Having mercs is good, but also just having more artillery saves you manpower because they kill stuff without costing you manpower. They're manpower efficient. You remember earlier when I said that I wanted to release this guy, and it maybe seemed kind of silly because there was no reconquest? There's that mountain capital fort. Helping me out. I mean, we didn't actually get to use it there, but it's also not a combat leader, so that's kind of dumb. We're going to regular consolidate, and then I'm going to hire some more mercs for now. Get like 6 more merc infantry. Two more ideas to go. My manpower needs to be spent trying to hire some new artillery. At this point, I'd like to have probably 4 to 6, maybe 5. 5's actually a good number because of the +5 bonus against level 1 forts, and a lot of people have level 1 forts right now. Arumba, more cannons equals short sieges, which means less attrition from sieging. Yes, but I would say on average, if you look at casualties, we've had 1 battle. Look at how much we've lost due to attrition versus that 1 battle. Like, I think in the past, I have probably completely over-exaggerated the importance of minimizing attrition. I'm a micro fiend. I go nuts with managing micro and managing my troops and stuff, and always staying above below the force limit in a province supply limit. And I don't think it's actually as important as I gave it credit for. You just really don't lose that much to attrition compared to battles. Okay, this guy owns the province of Khoi, which is Sunni. He is Shia. We don't actually want to convert his lands, and I definitely don't want him to convert Coptic away, because we could give that to the Dhimmi. Hopefully he hasn't been going nuts and getting rid of it at all. I think he has been, that bastard. That's actually another argument for integrating him, because I want the Dhimmi, and I don't want him to convert anything. Yeah, I think I'm going to enable Scootage on this guy, and we're probably going to just integrate him. I can get new subjects to fight the Timurids with, even though he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more cores. Whatever. I want the Dhimmi. He's ruining my Dhimmi. He's also not fabricating on Shervin, even though I told him to. Dummy. Karaman is dead. But we forced the Ottomans to have a, like, 15-year truce with the Mamluks. So he can't do anything about this land until 1528, which gives us 13 years to get stronger, and then in his next war he'll just take that, and he will not decide to hate us anytime soon. We should be fine. The province of Shat needs to be converted. Okay. General Cristal 0 will no longer serve us. That's sad. Moorish refugees. In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful, Granada has fallen to the infidels. The last jewel of Al-Andalus, a beacon of learning, is now in Castilian hands. Castilian hands? Are you sure? I don't think so. I'm pretty sure it's Aragon who's doing that, but okay. Do you want to invite them? By all means. Yes, of course we do. Hisn Kayfa gets Moorish influx for the next 25 years. Idea cost, tech cost, and dev cost everywhere. And we gain base stacks in whole voices. Playing the courts. Move towards legalism or don't. That's an easy decision. I keep forgetting to eat my sandwich. Yes, of course. Of course we're going to continue to fail to siege this thing. Why is it taking so long? 35 days siege takes? It's way too long. That's grain. It's the wrong religion, though, so same argument as with Basra. We should probably give this to the clergy first, otherwise it's going to be very difficult to convert without that extra bonus. Unfortunately, it really slows down how quickly you get your autonomy down, because the revoking a province really, really penalizes the autonomy for a long time. But it's still the easiest way to convert the province. Okay, so our goal is going to be to feed all this land to Mr. Biapis. We're going to full annex him, so that army's going to become a problem anyway. Apparently we just died. Like I said, we gotta fight this army anyway, because of the fact that they're just gonna become rebels. So might as well fight it. Kill it, and then we can send the army home. Get this transferred to Biapis, and let's full annex him. It's just, you know, like 95 aggressive expansion, that's fine. That was a lot of development. 25, 23, 19. Some pretty well-developed land right there. We could get a little bit more, a couple more favors with the Ottomans. I'd like to try to use them against the Timurids soon. And our truce is up with Akinlu again already in just 3 years. Asa is still alive, but going to be dead soon. Did he full annex him? He did not full annex him. That's unfortunate, because I was planning on releasing him as a subject, but I can't do that. I can't vassalize him peacefully because we have grain. I wonder if there's any chance I could just sell grain. If we give grain away, then we could peacefully vassalize Hassa and then just immediately turn around and reconquest. It's basically the same thing. Although, getting him to 190 would be difficult now. But that's the only thing stopping him from, like, peacefully becoming our subject, is that we own one of his cores. We'll think about it. I do. I do really dislike going offensive first, but we had a 056 ruler who was like 19 or 20 years old or something, and we were already like 16 years or something ridiculous ahead of time on military tech. So in that unique circumstance, I think it actually made sense to go military first, although it did cost us like probably 3 to 4 years where we were behind tech by 2 against the Mamluks. And that could have been really, really bad. And that's why I don't like doing it. Even when everything was skewed in favor of doing it, it was still potentially bad. I thought about moving my capital to Baghdad. Well, I haven't done the mission yet because I've been waiting to actually control more than one province in this state, which is yet to happen. Moving my capital to Baghdad, I mean, we'd have to develop that probably again. We do control this whole state. It's a thing we could consider. Remember what happened to the little tiny cute OPM from yesterday? We grew and we now have all this land. We have subjects. Okay, I think it's time to start focusing admin. Returning scholars, move towards legalism. Yes. We have 8 favors with the Ottomans. I really do think it's a shame that you don't get favors for granting them lands as part of a separate peace. It seems like you should. Okay. So logically, it's a bit late, right? It'd be our 3rd ID group, but there is still a possibility that innovative could make sense. Innovative with offensive is just a great combo. Innovative is amazing if you have it, because then you can go quality and get infantry combat ability. Innovative influence is alright. It's a good option. Religious is not really necessary because we're fighting against a bunch of Sunnis. And it's just bad compared to the other groups. I don't think Deus Volt's that big of a deal. Reconquest is better. Economic, it's weak. I think that it's very weak overall. It's just money, and money's easy to get from peace deals. So, expansion makes no sense, because why would we colonize? Administrative is good, humanist is good, but I probably... The nice thing about humanist is you get an extra relationship slot for Diplo points, and it also gives you Diplo rep. If you're not currently running a Diplo policy, it's a free relationship. If you're running a Diplo policy, you can turn the policy on for 1 Diplo point a month, and it's better than being over the limit by 1 because you also get Diplo rep. But I think administrative is just fine here. Procreation cost. And then the policies. Situational annexation reduction plus income from vassals if we want to tax the crap out of them. Yeah, we can do a poll. Let's do that. We'll do a poll and I will get my sandwich while we're doing the poll. So let me create a poll real quick. Results of the poll are 55% in favor of administrative. First one knocked out was economic. So there definitely is a vocal minority who think economic is good because, yeah, it got knocked out first. Innovative at 45%. Yeah. Innovative is always good, man. I mean, I like innovative a lot. But in this case, we're going for vassals and stuff, and this is just a good set. All right, the province of Hoviz. This one we can also convert. Unfortunately, it's got really high autonomy, so it's kind of expensive. Let's lower autonomy and then turn on our edicts, and then we're just gonna pay this because I don't know, maybe that's too much. 8.7 times 24 months. That's 209 gold to convert one province. Yeah, that's a bit much actually. I don't think I'm gonna do that. Hey, it's time for military points. Can you see? Can you see, chat? Transition has declared a war. Can you see why I like to never take the decision to spend prestige to make loyal estates? Because it's a perfect indicator for when it's time. He doesn't actually have enough admin points to do his cores. After we get caught up on Diplotech and we get our ideas knocked out, we'll probably integrate Caravan, Karakulimu, whatever his name is. We can also already integrate Syria, but look at that price. He's got a lot of development. Syria's sitting on 119. He's our largest subject by far. He's paying us 4 ducats a month. Like, if we turned on Scootage right now, that's an actual 50% increase in his base, like, income. Like, oh my god, we could make this guy pay us just so much money. Bankrupt him. And wait till we actually have administrative, we could turn on the policy for another 50%. Oh god. It's just gross. Gross. Actually, one thing we can consider is that because I don't actually need any of this land for the achievement, we could make Basra into a march. Because he's got a mountain capital fort and a fort in this mountain, and you know, I don't really need to integrate this land to get effectiveness out of him. However, the problem with marches, when you have this like really, really high taxation from being Ikta and having influence, is that you miss out on the 2 ducats a month in income from subjects. However, that just translates into him having a decent army. And decent armies are also good. There's our truce with Akyunlu, who is allied to the Mamluks still. Not very smart. Wonder if he's still bankrupt. Mamluks will honor the call. Currently have a 9-year-long truce with this guy. I did not take war ups for the Mamluks. He's got rebels and a mothballed fort that he just turned on. I think we'll call the Ottomans in on a promised territory.